Yeah, Israel. Yeah. Sunrise to sunset. That's how we living. Yeah. Sabbath living. Sabbath living. From the sunrise we ain't missing. Sabbath living. Sabbath living. To the sunset we ain't slipping. Got the family all together. Got the scripture making better. This the day we set apart. Keep it pure straight from the heart. Sabbath day, we in the building. Sun up high, that's how we living. Breaking bread with all my kinsmen. Study group, yeah, we ain't kidding. Laws on deck, we really living. 6 days past, now we different. Rest command, yeah, we get it. Kingdom rules, can't resist it. Sunrise start, mind elevated. 6 days done, we celebrated. Food prepared, anticipated. Nations work, we separated. Scripture strong, concentration. Royal rest, no hesitation. This our weekly dedication. Building up the righteous nation. Real Hebrew. Saturday sun up, now we resting. Real Hebrew. Prepared the food, now we blessings. Real Hebrew. Scripture study while we testing. Real Hebrew. Till the sunset, that's the message. No transactions, that's the law though. No employment, read the Torah. Rest command, that's what we saw though. Teaching truth is what we for though. Family time, we keep it sacred. Every week can't be replaced, kid. Nation see how we make it. Kingdom life, yeah, we embrace it. Sun is high, we all assemble. Reading Psalms until we tremble. Got the youth all in the temple. Setting forth the right example. Laws of rest bring elevation. Building up the congregation. This all our weekly observation. Kingdom rules, no deviation. Sabbath living, Sabbath living. From the sunrise we ain't missing. Nah, Sabbath living, Sabbath living. Till the sunset we ain't slipping. Food's prepared since yesterday though. All the clean and done we say though. Now we rest in proper way though. Till the sun sets, that's the way though. Got my sons all in the cipher. Teaching daughters getting wiser. Kingdom lessons getting riper. Truth is making minds get brighter. Hours passing, still we study. Nations working while we budding. Scripture knowledge, we ain't fronting. Future kings, yeah, we becoming. Every week that sets the pattern for the kingdom that's been written. When we rule without the Latin, watch these nations start submitting. Young Israel. Sunrise to sunset, that's how we living. Real Hebrews.
Happy Sabbath, happy Sabbath, happy Sabbath to the 12 tribes of Israel scattered to the four corners of the earth. We are back again with another lesson. All praise and great glory to the Most High Yah for allowing us to see yet another Sabbath day. I hope you guys had a great and blessed week in the Most High's name. So much has been going on in the world, but we, Israelites, we remnant, we stay out of it. We're just witnesses, family. That's all we are. This evening, we got the Passover. I'm going to do a lesson on that. So stay tuned for it later on. I posted the feast dates that I'm celebrating it on. If you guys want to participate, I put it in my community post on my YouTube page. So check it out. If you want to participate with it, I'm going to do study or lessons on all of that. But today, family, we on Genesis 48. We almost done. We're almost done with Genesis. We got this and then 2 more chapters and then we are done. All praise and great glory for the Most High allowing me to do this entire book. I know it took a long time, but I was able to make a good foundation for the rest of the book, family. I showed you who this whole book is about. You should be able to see this in all the videos. Every scripture point to us, Israelites. And Genesis 48 is no different. So sit your ass down and shut your mouth for a minute, because we're about to get into this. I hope you guys are ready. I'm not here to entertain you. You know this. I ain't here to make you feel good. I'm here to wake your black ass up with the word. Straight from the mouth of the Most High. You think this book is about everybody? You think there's some kumbaya, everybody gets a hug type of doctrine? Hell to the no. This is about Israel. And not that fake ass diverse Israel they push in the watered down camps and Christian pulpits out there. No, sir. I'm talking about the real Israel, the scattered, broken, beat down, Negro descendants of the southern and northern kingdom, the ones still catching hell in 2025. That's you. So we're going to be diving into Genesis 48 today. This chapter is heavy. It's about inheritance. It's about blessing. It's about identity. It's about the Most High choosing who the hell he wants and not giving a damn about your feelings. So are you ready? Let's get it. 48, 1 through 4 to start off with. And it came to pass, after these things, that one told Joseph, behold, thy father is sick. And he took with him his 2 sons, Manasseh and Ephraim. And one told Jacob and said, behold, thy son Joseph cometh unto thee. And Israel strengthened himself and sat upon the bed. And Jacob said unto Joseph, God Almighty appeared unto me at Luz in the land of Canaan, and blessed me, and said unto me, behold, I will make thee fruitful and multiply thee, and I will make of thee a multitude of people, and will give this land to thy seed after thee for an everlasting possession. So this section, I name it, the promise ain't dead, it's in motion. This is a prophetic transfer of power that is about to take place. This is not a bedtime story, Christians. So you better recognize what's happening. Verse 1 here. Joseph takes Manasseh and Ephraim to Jacob. Joseph hears his father Jacob, aka Israel, is sick on his deathbed. So what does he do? He grabs his 2 sons, Manasseh and Ephraim, and brings them to the old man. Why, you may ask? Because Joseph knows what's about to go down. He knows the blessing is about to be passed, and he wants his sons to be a part of that legacy. Let me tell you something, Negro Israel. You better start giving a damn about your spiritual inheritance. You out here chasing bags, chasing clout, chasing likes, but you don't even know what your forefathers left for you. You don't know the power that's in your bloodline. You don't know the covenant that's tied to your name. You don't know the land that's been promised to you. Not to America, not to Europe, not to the damn United Nations, but to you. Let's see who these promises for. Shut up these damn Christians for a second. Romans 9 and 4. Romans 9 and 4. And it reads, who are Israelites? Uh-oh. Wait, they don't say Christians? They don't say Muslims? They don't say Buddhists? They don't say Mormons? Who are Israelites? To whom pertaineth the adoption? Uh-oh. In the glory? Uh-oh. In the covenants? In the giving of the law? Huh? In the service of God? In the promises? Oh, no. Yeah. Hold up. You mean to tell me, Father, all the promises you made in the Old Testament, that was only the one people? Us? You mean to tell me you ain't make them promises with everybody else? Who are Israelites? Huh. So what them Christians saying about everybody's spiritual Israel if you believe in Jesus? Oh, that's just bullshit. I get it now. Because you said all the way back in Deuteronomy 7:6, for thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee, that's us, to be a special people. He didn't say everybody, because he would have said everybody right here. Unto himself, above all people. Hold on now, Father Yah. Above all people. Wait. You mean to tell me we above these niggas? We above all these crackers? These Hispanic folks? These so-called Arabians, them Africans over, we above them? That are upon the face, the face of the earth. You mean everybody? We above them all. We the top of the food. Top of the food chain. I get it. So this ain't about equality, family. This is about election. And who is the one who's choosing? Yah. You can't come back into his word and say, no, he opened it up for everybody. No, he did not. I'm tired of you Christians, especially you black ones. I'm tired of y'all. It's for everybody. He just said it's only for one people. Why can't y'all understand that? Why y'all want to hold hands with your oppressors? Y'all are broken in the mind. That's why. But let's keep it moving, though. Verse 2 here. Israel strengthens himself. That's symbolic, baby. Jacob is sick as hell. But when he hears Joseph is coming, he strengthens himself. That's symbolic, as I say. Even in his weakness, the spirit of prophecy rises up in him. This ain't just a family reunion, people. This is a divine appointment. Let me tell you something, black people. Some of y'all are spiritually sick, and you know who you are. You're weak, you're tired. But when the time comes to stand up and speak truth, you better strengthen yourself like Jacob did. You better rise up and speak life into your children. Speak identity into them. Speak truth into them, because this world is feeding them lies 24/7. Let's go look at Isaiah 40 real quick. Isaiah 40, 29-31. Check this out. He giveth power to the faint, and to them that have no might he increaseth strength. Even the youths shall faint and be weary, and the young men shall utterly fall. But they, that's you righteous remnant, that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary, and they shall walk and not be faint. But you see, it's them that wait upon the Lord. Patience. Letting the Most High cook and stop rushing him. Those are the ones who are going to renew their strength. Not the ones who complaining 24/7 about their situation. They going to stay weary. They going to stay faint. So verse 3 and 4 here. God appeared to me and blessed me. Now Jacob starts testifying. He says, Yah appeared to him at Luz. That's Bethel, if you guys forgot. And blessed me. He's reminding Joseph of the covenant. He's saying this ain't about me. This is about what the Most High promised. He says, I will make thee fruitful and multiply thee, and I will make of thee a multitude of people. That's not just talking about having a bunch of kids, family. That's talking about a nation, a kingdom, a government under the Most High. And then he says, I will give this land to thy seed after thee for an everlasting possession. Everlasting. That means it don't expire. That means it don't get transferred to no damn Palestinians, no Zionist imposters, no damn white Christians. This land from the Nile to Euphrates belongs to you, Israel. Black people. So-called Negroes. Let's go see what prophecy, what promise that he was referencing. Back to Genesis 17. All the way back. Genesis 17, where Yah is talking to Abraham. And it reads, and I will establish my covenant between me and thee, and thy seed after thee, in their generations, for an everlasting covenant, to be a God unto thee, and to thy seed after thee. Verse 8, and I will give unto thee, and to thy seed, seed. That's physical, Christians. This ain't no spiritual seed. These are bloodline Israelites. The land wherein thou art a stranger, all the land of Canaan, for an everlasting possession. I will be their God. Not everybody's God. I will be their God. Stop this universal salvation bullshit. The Most High don't say everybody. He says their God. That's a specific people. But we go to another scripture here that reinforces this. Psalm 105. 8 through 11. Check what Yah says here. He hath remembered his covenant forever. Not just until Yahusha died. He said forever. The word which he commanded to 1,000 generations. Which covenant he made with Abraham in his oath unto Isaac. And confirmed the same unto Jacob for a law. And to Israel for an everlasting covenant. Everlasting. But you Christians keep on trying to sneak into here. This is an everlasting covenant, which means it don't expire. Which means all these promises that was made to Israel don't get transferred to you because Yahusha died. No siree. You were not the ones he died for. Crackers. Oh my God, he said cracker. Oh my God. He's so mean. He's so mean. Deal with it. So what are these verses here, 1 through 4 of Genesis 48 telling us here in 2025? Because I know some of y'all still think this is ancient history. So let me make it plain. You're in America or wherever nation you are in. But since I'm in America, I'm using it for an example. You are in America, struggling to pay rent, watching your people get shot in the streets, locked up, redlined, poisoned, and spiritually dead, and you think this is your home? Hell to the no. You're in the land of your captivity, but the Most High already promised you land, power, and dominion. Not through voting, not through protesting, not through begging the oppressor, but through the fulfillment of prophecy. You better start teaching your children who they are. You better start preparing them for the transfer of power that is coming. Because when Christ returns, he ain't coming back for no damn democracy. He's coming back to establish the kingdom of Israel. And if your black ass ain't ready, you're going to get left behind with the heathen you love so much. So Jacob is on his deathbed. But he ain't focused on dying, family. He focused on the promise. He's focused on the future. He's focused on the seed. And that's what you need to be focused on. Not your job, not your bills, not your haters, but the covenant, the inheritance, the kingdom. So we're about to move on to the next section. We're about to get into the part where Jacob does something that'll piss off every fairness-loving Christian on the planet. He about to switch to bliss. And it's going to show you that the Most High don't give a damn about your traditions or your expectations. So let's move it on to verses 5 through 7. Check this out. And now thy two sons, Ephraim and Manasseh, which were born unto thee in the land of Egypt before I came unto thee into Egypt, are mine. As Reuben and Simeon, they shall be mine. And thy issue, which thou begettest after them, shall be thine, and shall be called after the name of their brethren in their inheritance. And as for me, when I came from Padan, Rachel died by me in the land of Canaan in the way, when yet there was but a little way to come unto Ephrath. And I buried her there in the way of Ephrath. The same is Bethlehem. So section 2, the adoption of Ephraim and Manasseh. Why? Because bloodline matters. So let me tell you something right now. This ain't just a grandpa talking to his grandkids, family. This is a legal adoption, a spiritual elevation, a prophetic move that's going to shape the entire future of the 12 tribes. Jacob ain't just blessing these boys. He's claiming them. He's saying these boys are mine now. They ain't just your sons, Joseph. They are Israel now. So let's break it down. Verse 5. Jacob says straight up, they are mine. Ephraim and Manasseh, born in Egypt to an Egyptian mother, are now being adopted into the house of Israel. Not just as grandsons, but as full-fledged sons on the same level as Reuben and Simeon, his firstborns. So let that sink in real quick. This ain't about favoritism. This is about prophetic placement. The Most High is moving through Jacob to elevate these two boys into the inheritance structure of Israel. This is how the northern kingdom gets its footing, family. Ephraim and Manasseh become the heads of two of the most dominant tribes in Israel's history. Ephraim especially becomes symbolic of the entire northern kingdom. Now let me make this plain for your black ass in 2025. This ain't about skin color. This ain't about culture. This is about bloodline and covenant. These boys were born in Egypt, raised in a foreign land. Their mother was an Egyptian, but their father, I repeat, their father was Joseph, a son of Israel. That's what counted. That's what made them eligible for adoption. That's what made them Israel. Numbers 1 and 18 makes it very plain and simple. And they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month, and they declared their pedigrees after their families by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names, from 20 years old and upward, by their polls. But don't take that word for what Moses said here. Look what Romans 9 says. Paul elucidates. Look at this. Romans 9, 7 and 8. Neither because they are the seed of Abraham are they all children, but in Isaac shall thy seed be called. That is, they which are the children of the flesh, these are not the children of God, but the children of the promise are counted for the seed. If your daddy a nigga, you a nigga. And so on and so forth. That's how you know you Israel. Don't matter what your mama is. That's what the fake Jews do. We go by the father. If your daddy a nigga, you a nigga. That's just the way it goes. I ain't make the rules. You don't like it? Take it up with y'all. So don't come to me talking about spiritual Israel or grafted in Gentiles like the Christian church teaches. That's bullshit, and you know it. Ephraim and Manasseh didn't get in because of faith. They got in because of bloodline and prophetic adoption by the patriarch of Israel, Jacob himself. So verse 6 here, look what he says. Jacob draws a line. Poof. He says, any other kids you have after these two, they're yours. They don't get what Ephraim and Manasseh are getting. They'll be counted under them, not as separate tribes. This is deep right here. Jacob is establishing tribal authority right here in this verse. He's saying these two are getting a portion of the inheritance. They are now tribal heads. Any other sons you have will fall under their house. And this is exactly why there's no tribe of Joseph listed among the 12, because Joseph's inheritance was split between Ephraim and Manasseh. That's how Joseph got a double portion, the right of the firstborn, which Reuben lost due to sin. And we can read that in 1 Chronicles 5, 1 and 2. It says, now the sons of Reuben, the firstborn of Israel, for he was the firstborn before as much as he defiled his father's bed, his birthright was given unto the sons of Joseph, the son of Israel. And the genealogy is not to be reckoned after the birthright. For Judah prevailed above his brethren, and of him came the chief ruler. But the birthright was Joseph's. You hear that? Deuteronomy 21 and 17. And it says, but he shall acknowledge the son of the hated for the firstborn, by giving him a double portion of all that he hath. For he is the beginning of his strength, the right of The firstborn is his. So this is about inheritance, family, not emotions. This is about prophetic order, not popularity. So we go to verse 7 here. Now Jacob brings up Rachel, Joseph's mother. Why? Because this is personal. This ain't just legal. This is emotional, family. Rachel was the love of his life. He's saying, I lost her on the way. I buried her in Bethlehem, but I'm honoring her legacy by elevating her grandchildren. This is deep, family. Understand this. Jacob is saying, I never got to give Rachel what I gave Leah, a full legacy of tribes, but I'm making it right by elevating her seed through Joseph. Now, is it making sense? So what's the spiritual meaning here? The Most High don't forget the pain of his people. He don't forget the losses you've suffered. He don't forget the promises he made to your forefathers and foremothers. Even in death, Rachel's legacy is being honored. And that's what the Most High is doing with you, Israel. You think your ancestors died in vain? You think those who were lynched, enslaved, raped, and buried in unmarked graves are forgotten? No, no, and no. Their blood is crying out, and the Most High is getting ready to elevate you in their honor. Look at Exodus 3 and 7. Let me show you something. Exodus 3 and 7. And the Lord said, I have surely seen the affliction of my people, which are in Egypt, and have heard their cry by reason of their taskmasters, for I know their sorrows. And that lines up with Revelation 6 and 10. Which says, and they cry with a loud voice, saying, how long, O Lord, holy and true, dost thou not judge and avenge our blood on them that dwell on the earth? That's the righteous who died, family. Our ancestors who have died. So let me bring this home for you in 2025. You're walking around with an identity crisis, black people. You think you're black, African American, Caribbean, Afro-Latino, all these damn labels the oppressor gave you. But the Most High is saying, you are mine. You are Israel. You are my sons and daughters. I'm claiming you. I'm adopting you back into your rightful place. Just like Jacob adopted Ephraim and Manasseh, the Most High is adopting you back into your inheritance. You were born in spiritual Egypt, America, or any of the other nations we are scattered to. Raised under heathen customs, taught lies in school and church. But your bloodline, black people, is holy. Your legacy is royal. Your future is prophetic. But here's the catch. You gotta walk in it. You can't keep living like a damn Egyptian and expect to be treated like an Israelite. Paul again says, once again, 2 Corinthians 6, 17, 18. Wherefore come out from among them and be ye separate, said the Lord, and touch not the unclean thing, and I will receive you, and will be a father unto you, and ye shall be my sons and daughters, said the Lord Almighty. Right, what I'm talking about. Lines up with what I just said. So what's the final verdict here on this section, family, before we move on? Jacob is not playing games. He's drawing lines. He's claiming what's his. He's setting up the future. And you need to do the same. You need to claim your identity. Claim your inheritance. Claim your legacy. And stop letting these damn nations tell you who you are. You are Israel. And the Most High is calling you back to your rightful place. Because next, Jacob's about to lay hands on these boys. And he's going to do something that looks backwards to the world, but is righteous in the eyes of the Most High Yah. So let's get straight to it. Verses 8 through 10, Genesis 48. And it reads, and Israel behind Joseph's sons, and said, who are these? And Joseph said unto his father, they are my sons, whom Yah hath given me in this place. And he said, bring them, I pray thee, unto me, and I will bless them. Now the eyes of Israel were dim for age, so that he could not see. And he brought them near unto him, and he kissed them and embraced them. So this section, the Spirit sees what the eyes can't. This part right here, family, this is spiritual vision at work. Jacob, now called Israel, is old as hell. His eyes are dim. He can't see physically, but don't get it twisted. His spiritual perception is razor sharp. He ain't blind in the ways that matter. He's about to bless the future of the nation, and he don't need 20/20 vision to do it. So verse 8, he says, who are these? Now, some of y'all might read this and think Jacob's confused, like he's senile or something. But this ain't confusion, family. This is confirmation. He sees the boys and says, who are these? Not because he doesn't know, but because he's about to make it official. He's about to acknowledge them publicly. This is a legal and spiritual transaction that's about to take place. Just like when the Most High asked Adam, where art thou? Back in Genesis 3:9. He knew damn well where Adam was. The question was for emphasis, to draw attention to the moment. So Jacob is saying, hold up, who are these? Let me make sure this is on record. Let me make sure this is witnessed. Let me make sure these boys are brought before me properly. Because what I'm about to do is going to echo through generations. That's how serious this moment was, family. That's how serious the blessing is. That's how serious your identity is. That's how serious your place in prophecy is. Y'all better recognize who you are in this book. So verse 9, Joseph responds, these are my sons. Y'all gave me in this place. What place he talking about? Egypt, the land of captivity, the land of idolatry, the land of oppression. But even in that wicked ass land, the Most High still gave Joseph fruit, still gave him seed, still gave him legacy. Let me bring it to you in 2025, family. You are in spiritual Egypt right now. America, Babylon, the land of your captivity. And some of you think because you were born here, raised here, and educated here, that you're not Israel. And no, I'm not saying America is Babylon. Like I say, I live here, so I'm using it as an example. You other Israelites can replace America with whatever country you in, and it's still Babylon. This ain't a worldwide system. Don't confuse my words. I ain't like the camps. So just because you was born here, raised here, and educated here, you think you're not Israel. That you're too far gone. That your kids are too Americanized. That your bloodline is too corrupted. But Joseph said, Yah gave me these sons in this place. That's right. Even in captivity. The Most High is still raising up sons and daughters of Zion. Still raising up prophets, teachers, leaders, and warriors. Don't let the location fool you. The seed is still holy, family. Isaiah 6:13, check it. Isaiah 6:13. But yet in it shall be a tenth, and it shall return and shall be eaten as a teil tree, and as an oak whose substance is in them. When they cast their leaves, so the holy seed shall be the substance thereof. Y'all see that? Remnant. Ezekiel 11:16, look at this. This especially bodes well for us today. Therefore, thus said Yah, although I have cast them far among the heathen, and although I have scattered them among the countries, yet will I be to them as a little sanctuary in the countries where they shall come. Even in Egypt, family, the Most High is still working. Even in America, or whatever other nation you at, black people, he's still preserving his people. So no, you are not too far gone. No, your kids are not too Americanized. No, your bloodline is not too corrupted, because guess what? The Most High is still working and still preserving you. You just got to be able to see it. Now look what he says in verse 10. Bring them to me. He's about to lay hands on them. He's about to transfer power. He's about to seal their identity. This ain't a cute grandpa moment, family. This is a prophetic act, a spiritual confirmation at hand. So black people, listen to me. You better start bringing your kids to the Most High. Not to the daycare, not to TikTok, not to the damn school system. Bring them to the word. Bring them to the truth. Bring them to the covenant. Because if you don't, this world will claim them and raise them to be Egyptians in mind, spirit, and soul. Y'all see that? Bring them to me. Verse 10, the eyes of Israel were dim, and he kissed them and embraced them. Jacob can't see physically, but he still embraces them, still kisses them, still draws them close. This is intimacy. This is acceptance. This is covenant love. Let me tell you what this symbolizes, family. The Most High ain't looking at your appearance. He ain't checking for your skin tone, your education, or your bank account. He's checking for your bloodline and your position in prophecy. Jacob's physical eyes were dim, but his spiritual eyes were wide open. He knew exactly what he was doing. He knew who those boys were. He knew what they represented. 1 Samuel 16:7 to remind you what the Most High looks at. But Yah said unto Samuel, look not on his countenance or on the height of his stature, because I have refused him. For Yah seeth not as man seeth, for man looketh on the outward appearance, but Yah looketh on the heart, which matches up with what Paul says in 2 Corinthians 5:7, which reads, for we walk by faith, not by sight. Some of y'all are too focused on what you can see. You judge by appearance. You think because someone ain't wearing fringes or they don't speak Hebrew that they ain't Israel. Camps. I'm speaking right to you with that one. Fuck out of here. The Most High is looking at the spirit, the lineage, the calling. So let me talk to you straight, black people. You think just because you can't see the Most High working, that he ain't doing nothing? You think because your situation looks dim, that your future is dim? You think because your eyes are full of tears, that your vision is gone? No. Jacob couldn't see, but he still knew what the hell he was doing. And the Most High is the same way. You might not see him moving, but he's still blessing. He's still calling. He's still embracing his people. He's still raising up Ephraims and Manassehs in the hood, in the prison system, in single parent homes, in the middle of Babylon. Don't let your physical blindness stop your spiritual discernment, black people. Don't let your environment dictate your identity. Don't let your captivity erase your covenant. Because yes, Jacob's eyes were dim, but his spirit was strong. He saw what mattered. He embraced what mattered, and he blessed what mattered. That's what you need to do. Stop focusing on what you don't have. Stop crying about what you can't see. Start walking in the spirit. Start embracing your identity. Start preparing your children for the blessing. Because the Most High is about to transfer power, family. And if you ain't in position, you gonna miss it. Look what he doing to these economies around the world. He bringing it down, but he elevating us. He elevating us because he about to transfer all that to us, family, in due time. But if you ain't in position, you ain't finna get a dime. Because we're about to move on to the next section. 11 through 14. And Jacob's about to cross his hands and do something that'll piss off every respect the eldest tradition out there. He's about to show you that the Most High don't bless based on birth order. He blesses based on purpose. So let's go read it. 11 through 14. And Israel said unto Joseph, I had not thought to see thy face. And lo, Yah hath showed me also thy seed. And Joseph brought them out from between his knees, and he bowed himself with his face to the earth. And Joseph took them both, Ephraim in his right hand toward Israel's left hand, and Manasseh in his left hand toward Israel's right hand, and brought them near to him. And Israel stretched out his right hand and laid it upon Ephraim's head, who was the younger, and his left hand upon Manasseh's head, guiding his hands wittingly, for Manasseh was the firstborn. So this is the cross-handed blessing, family. The Most High ain't bound by tradition. So now we get to the part where y'all flipping the script. This is where your little firstborn gets everything tradition gets thrown out the damn window. This is where the spirit overrides the natural order. This is where the Most High shows you that he don't give a damn about your expectations. He blesses who he wants, how he wants, and when he wants. So let's get to it. Verse 11. I didn't think I'd see your face, and now I've seen your seed. Jacob is overwhelmed here. He's saying, I thought you were dead, Joseph. I thought I'd never see you again. But not only did I see you, I'm seeing your sons, your legacy, your fruit. This is a moment of restoration. A moment of full circle prophecy. Joseph was rejected by his brothers, sold into slavery, thought to be dead. But now he's standing before his father as a ruler with seed in his hand. That's you, Israel. You were rejected. You were enslaved. You were thought to be dead and gone. But the Most High is raising your black ass back up with the power and with seed. Check out Genesis 50 and 20. Move ahead just a little bit. 50 and 20. But as for you, ye thought evil against me, but y'all meant it unto good, to bring to pass as it is this day, to serve much people, or to save much people alive. But we also go to Isaiah 61 and 9. Isaiah 61 and 9. And their seed shall be known among the Gentiles, and their offspring among the people. All that see them shall acknowledge them, that they are the seed which Yah hath blessed. The Most High is not just restoring you, he's restoring your generations, your children, your legacy. Is it starting to make sense, family? Are you seeing how important this is? To know who you are, to teach your kids who they are? Are y'all seeing this? Because the Most High is showing you how important it is, how serious it is to him. So it should be important and serious to you. But y'all taking it lightly out there. Y'all don't care what the heathen tell you what your kids are. Y'all don't care. Y'all don't give a damn about what your kids learn. Y'all don't care. You just give them the iPad and that's it. And you go about doing your stuff. You got no idea what that iPad is teaching your seed. You have no idea what television is teaching your seed. But because you are too lazy to take care of your own children and you're pawning them off on everybody else, and then you're surprised when they come in with crazy stuff that they hear. They start to believe in crazy things and you're wondering why. And now you're getting mad. But you ain't got nobody to be mad at but yourself for being lazy. The Most High gave you those children as a reward, as a blessing, but you treat it as a burden and a curse. And guess what? You gonna reap it. Don't get mad now that your sons and your daughters are believing crazy stuff because you got them looking at stupid stuff online. You got them hanging around stupid people, crazy people. Children are sponges. You guys should know this. But y'all too lazy. You got no order in your household. You're up there just having sex willy-nilly with anybody that you see. And now a child comes along. And now you don't want to take care of it. But you wasn't saying that when you had your legs behind your head. You weren't saying that in those 20 minutes of pleasure, were you? Now they here, and now you mad. You passive aggressive. You seething. Pawning them off on everybody else you can see because you don't want to take care of it. Boy, I tell you. You people are crazy. Verse 12. So Joseph bows himself with his face to the earth. This is humility. Joseph is the second most powerful man in Egypt, family. But when it comes to his father, to the patriarch of Israel, he bows down. Let me tell you something, black people. I don't give a damn how much money you make, how many followers you got, how many degrees you earn. If you ain't bowing before the word of the Most High, you still a damn fool with a capital F. Joseph understood order. He understood honor. He understood that the blessing comes from the patriarch, not from the system. So stop chasing validation from Babylon, black people. Start seeking the blessing from the Most High through your lineage and your obedience. As it said in Proverbs 22:4. Proverbs 22:4. By humility and the fear of the Lord are riches and honor in life. Y'all see that right there? But I can show you in the New Testament too. Another witness, James 4:10. You see, Christians, this is how you do the Bible. Old and new. Old and new. If you can't prove it in the old, it ain't doctrine. To the law and the testimony, Isaiah 8:20. James 4:10, what does he say? Humble yourselves in the sight of Yah, and he shall what? Lift you up. Pride is a big killer in our community. Y'all think you know everything, but you don't know a damn thing when it comes to the word of the Most High Yah. You are a fool. That's what Yah thinks of you when you come over here with your worldly knowledge. You are a fool, stupid, unwise. Y'all better recognize the order of these things. You better put away the worldly knowledge, family. It can only help you in the flesh. It can't do shit for you in the spirit. I ain't make the rules. Verse 13 here. Now Joseph positions the sons. Manasseh to the right, Ephraim to the left. Now Joseph is trying to do things the traditional way. He puts Manasseh, the firstborn, on Jacob's right hand side. Because the right hand is the hand of power, authority, and blessing. He puts Ephraim, the younger, on the left. Joseph is trying to help the old man out. He's thinking, let me make it easy for him. Let me guide the process. Let me make sure the blessing goes to the elders. But the Most High ain't bound by your logic, humans. He ain't bound by your birth order. He ain't bound by your plans. Verse 14, Israel crossed his hands. Right hand on Ephraim, left hand on Manasseh. Whoopsie daisy. Jacob crosses his hands. This is the moment right here. He puts his right hand, the hand of power and authority, on Ephraim the younger, and his left hand on Manasseh the firstborn. And the verse says he did it wittingly, meaning he knew exactly what the hell he was doing. This was not a mistake. This was not confusion. This was prophetic precision. Jacob, led by the Spirit, is saying, I know Manasseh is the firstborn, bruh. But the Most High has chosen Ephraim to lead. He's chosen the younger to be greater. Did he not do that with Jacob and Esau? Jacob should know a certain thing about that, because that's what happened with him and his brother. The Most High don't follow man's rule. Black people, just know this. He don't follow your traditions. He don't care about who was born first, who looks the part, or who's expected to lead. He chooses the unexpected. He raises up the younger, the rejected, the overlooked. Romans 9. Romans 9, 11 through 13. Check it. For the children being not yet born, neither having done any good or evil, that the purpose of Yah, according to election, might stand, not of works, but of him that calleth. It was said unto her, the elder shall serve the younger. As it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. 1 Corinthians 1, not done. 1 Corinthians 1, 27 to 29. But Yah hath chosen the foolish things of the world to confound the wise. And Yah hath chosen the weak things of the world to confound the things which are mighty. Are we not the weak things of the world, black people? Are we not on the bottom? He's using us to confound all these crackers and all these heathen who think they have power. And base things of the world, and things which are despised, that's us, hath Yah chosen. Yea, and things which are not, to bring to naught things that are. He bringing an end to this Babylonian dominion. And that no flesh should glory in his presence. But we're not done here. Matthew 20 and 16, look what Yahushua say. Matthew 20 and 16. So the last shall be called first. Whoops. And the first last. For many be called, but few chosen. This is the cross-handed blessing, family. This is the Most High flipping the script. This is him saying, I'll bless who the hell I want. I'll elevate who the hell I want. I don't need your permission, humans. Whoopsie daisy. So let me bring it to your doorstep in 2025, black people. You think because you weren't the firstborn, because you didn't grow up in the truth, because you came from a broken home, because you was raised in the hood, because you didn't go to seminary, that the Most High can't use you? That's the way I used to think. I was an atheist, family. Y'all know my story. I was a whole atheist for the last 20 years of my life. I was an atheist. How can y'all use me? I made fun of people who talked about him. I made fun of his book, all these things. How can he use me? I'm worthless. I'm garbage. That's what I used to think when I came into this truth. That's what a lot of y'all think too. Y'all are thinking that right now because of your situation that you was brought up in. I wasn't brought up in the truth. I went to church, but I ain't learned nothing. It wasn't ingrained in my head or anything like that. But guess what? The Most High still used me. He's blessing the unexpected. Because the Most High is crossing his hands right now. He's raising up the Ephraims, the ones the world counted out. He's putting the right hand of power on the ones who weren't supposed to make it. I wasn't supposed to make it. My life should have ended a long time ago. And I would have been righteous. But the Most High said, I ain't done with you. I'm going to bless who I want to bless. I'm going to elevate who I want to elevate. And he elevating me. Because I started, boy, let me tell you. And look where he got me now. Teaching and preaching this word. If I go back and tell myself 5 years ago that I'm going to be a teacher and preacher of this word every Sabbath, and that I'm going to be an adherent to all his laws, statutes, and commandments, I would have laughed in my face. Been told to get the fuck out my face, Negro. I would have laughed. I wouldn't have believed it. But through the power of the Most High Yah, through him crossing his hands and blessing me, now I can. Now I understand. So you better stop looking at your position and start looking at your purpose. You better stop crying about what you didn't get and start walking in what the Most High is giving you now. Because Jacob crossed his hands on purpose, family. The Spirit led him and the Most High confirmed it. So stop expecting the Most High to move the way you want him to move. He don't follow your rules. He don't care about your traditions. He don't care what the world says is fair. He blesses who he wants. He raises up who he wants. And if you're walking in obedience, in humility, and in faith, he just might be crossing his hand over you. Because in the next sections here, Jacob's about to speak the blessing. And what he says is going to shape the destiny of 2 entire tribes. So let's get into it. 15 through 17 here. 15 through 17. And it reads, and he blessed Joseph. And he said, Yah, before whom my fathers Abraham and Isaac did walk, the Elohim which fed me all my life, long unto this day, the angel which redeemed me from all evil, bless the lads, and let my name be named on them, in the name of my fathers Abraham and Isaac, and let them grow into a multitude in the midst of the earth. And when Joseph saw that his father laid his right hand upon the head of Ephraim, it displeased him, and he held up his father's hand to remove it from Ephraim's head unto Manasseh's head. Section 5 now. The blessing falls where the Most High wants, not where you think it should. This is the climax of the blessing right here in this section. This is where the Most High's will overrides man's expectations. This is where the spiritual inheritance gets locked in. And Joseph, even though he's a righteous man, tries to interfere with the flow of prophecy. So let's break it down. Because this ain't just about 2 boys in Egypt. This is about you, your position, your expectations, and how the Most High don't give a damn about your feelings when it comes to his election. Verse 15, he blessed Joseph. Even though he's laying hands on Ephraim and Manasseh, Jacob is blessing Joseph. Why? Because these boys represent Joseph's legacy. They are his fruit, his inheritance, his continuation. So when Jacob blesses them, he's blessing Joseph through them. That's a spiritual principle right there, family. Your children are your extension. Your fruit is your blessing. Check out what the Most High says in Psalm 127. I hit up on it a little bit earlier. But here's the scripture right here. Psalm 127, 3-5. And it says, Lo, children are an heritage of the Lord, and the fruit of the womb is his reward. As arrows are in the hand of a mighty man, so are children of the youth. Happy is the man that hath his quiver full of them. They shall not be ashamed, but they shall speak with the enemies in the gate. Which mirrors what Solomon says in Proverbs 13 and 22. So Proverbs 13 and 22, what's it say? A good man, I repeat, a good man, leaveth an inheritance to his children's children, and the wealth of the sinner is laid up for the just. So Joseph's legacy is being sealed through his sons. And Jacob is blessing them in the name of the Elohim of Abraham and Jacob. The covenant God, the God of the fathers. Not some new age feel-good universalist God that the heathen proclaim. This is the Elohim of Israel, the Elohim of the covenant, the Elohim of the bloodline. So he continues, the Elohim which fed me all my life long unto this day. So now Jacob is testifying. He's saying, the Most High has been feeding me, sustaining me, keeping me alive all my life. This ain't just poetic, family. This is covenant faithfulness. This is how the Most High treats those who he is in covenant with. Jacob is saying, I've been through hell. I've wrestled with angels. I've been lied to, cheated, hunted, and broken. But the Most High never let me go hungry. He never let me die. He kept me alive for this moment to pass on the blessing. Woo! Hallelujah. That's you, black people. You been through slavery. You been through Jim Crow. You been through mass incarceration, poverty, broken homes, and spiritual famine. But the Most High kept you alive for this moment right here. You still here because the blessing has to be passed to you. You understand me, black people? Look at Deuteronomy 8 and 3. Deuteronomy 8 and 3, which reads, And he humbled thee, and suffered thee to hunger, and fed thee with manna, which thou knewest not, neither did thy fathers know, that he might make thee know that man doth not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of Yah doth man live, which also correlates with Lamentations 3. (22 and 23). It is of Yah's mercies that we are not consumed. Y'all see that? Because his compassion fail not. They are new every morning. Great is thy faithfulness. That's that covenant faithfulness right there, family. We ain't consumed because Yah still has a remnant. That's why we still around. That's why these heathen can't kill us off. They've been trying to kill us for centuries, family. But the Most High will not let it happen. So look what Jacob, oh my goodness gracious, Jacob says in verse 16. The angel which redeemed me from all evil, bless the lads. Now this is deep here. Jacob invokes the angel, the messenger of Yah, the redeemer, to bless the boys. This ain't no regular angel, family. This is the manifestation of Yah's power. The same one that wrestled with Jacob back in Genesis 32. This is a pre-incarnate form of the Messiah, the Redeemer of Israel. Jacob is calling on the power of redemption to bless these boys. He's saying the same power that saved me from death, from Esau, from Laban, from famine, from my own sins. Let that same power bless these boys. That angel was a shadow of Yahushua HaMashiach. Oh. Did I break your mind? It broke minds. Then he says, let my name be named on them. In the name of my fathers Abraham and Isaac. Boom, shakalaka. This is the official adoption. Jacob is saying these boys are mine now. They carry the name of Israel. They carry the covenant. They carry the legacy. This ain't about culture. This ain't about language. This ain't about location. This is about name, bloodline, and covenant. Check it. Isaiah 44. Isaiah 44 and 5. What's it say? One shall say, I am Yah's, and another shall call himself by the name of Jacob, and another shall subscribe with his hand unto Yah, and shall name himself by the name of Israel. Are we not doing that? Are we not changing our names to Hebrew? This is what that means. This is what we're doing. We're taking back our heritage. We're calling ourselves by Israel. Romans 9, we already saw it already. In Romans 9, 7 and 8. The children of the promise are counted for the seed. In Isaac, in Isaac, in Isaac, in Isaac. You hear that, white people? In Isaac, in Isaac. You hear that, Asians? In Isaac. You hear that, so-called Middle Eastern people? Isaac. You hear that, so-called Africans? Isaac. You hear that, Indians, Hispanics? Isaac. In him shall thy seed be called. You guys are not from Isaac. Hell, you're not even from the same brother or son of Noah. Y'all from a whole nother place. A whole nother son. Ephraim and Manasseh are now officially Israel. Not by birth order, not by location, but by prophetic adoption and covenant blessing. Jacob continues, let them grow into a multitude in the midst of the earth. This is prophecy. Jacob is speaking the future of these tribes because Ephraim and Manasseh are going to become multitudes, nations, peoples, tribes. This is the beginning of the northern kingdom. Ephraim especially becomes symbolic of the 10 tribes that get scattered across the earth after the split. This is why in the New Testament, when you see Gentiles being brought back in, it's talking about scattered Israelites, especially from Ephraim. This is why Paul says in Romans 9 and 26, in the place where it was said unto them, ye are not my people, there shall they be called the children of the living Yah. Hallelujah. And Paul was quoting from Hosea 1 and 10. I'm going to read it. Shut down the gang saying, shut it down. Paul was quoting this specific prophecy, which was talking to the northern kingdom, Hosea 1 and 10. And it says, yet the number of the children of Israel. This is talking about the northern kingdom because they were called the house of Israel. Y'all got to know these names. Y'all got to know Israel. It could mean a lot. It could mean all 12 tribes. It could mean the northern kingdom only. And it can mean the southern kingdom only. As you'll see the prophets always say it. Jeremiah, Isaiah saying Israel. You got to know who was called Israel at that time. 3 different ways it can be used, family. Understand this so you don't be confused when you see this stuff in the Old Testament. And also in the New. Start from the top. Yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea, which cannot be measured, nor numbered. And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, ye are not my people, there it shall be said unto them, ye are the sons of the living Yah. This ain't about converting the world, family. This is about regathering Israel, especially the lost tribes that came from Ephraim and Manasseh. So verse 17, Joseph saw it that pleased him. He saw this. He saw this crisscross blessing. Here comes the human reaction right here. Joseph sees his father's right hand on Ephraim, the younger, and he gets pissed off. He tries to move Jacob's hand. Like, nah, Pops, you got it backwards. That's the younger one. The right hand goes on Manasseh. Let me tell you something, black people. Just because it don't make sense to you doesn't mean it ain't ordained. Just because it goes against your tradition does not mean it ain't righteous. Just because it offends your sense of fairness don't mean it ain't from the Most High Yah. Because the heathen say it's not fair that we are the chosen people of the earth and they don't get no salvation. They gonna be our slaves. They call it not fair. But when they calling it fair, when we were their slaves, I didn't hear them talking shit about that. But now when they understand that they gonna be our slaves forever or until the Most High get rid of them, now all of a sudden it's a problem. Now we ain't fair. Now we're being too brutal. We're being too harsh. It's about love. Jesus talk about love. Love, 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 love. This is love. What you did to us will be done to you. This is fairness. This is justice. This is righteousness. Get over it and deal with it. Because it's going to happen. It's already in the works right now. So Joseph tried to correct prophecy. And he was wrong. Some of y'all doing the same thing in 2025. You're mad the Most High didn't choose who you thought he should choose. You're mad he's raising up brothers from the streets, sisters with no formal education, people who don't fit your Israelite image, like myself. You're trying to move the Most High's hand, and you're about to get rebuked just like Joseph. Check it out. We all know in Isaiah 55, 8 and 9, my thoughts are not your thoughts. My ways are not your ways. Just like the heavens are above the earth. So are my thoughts above yours? We can't comprehend it, family. Limited human perception. Romans 9, 20, 21. I love these verses. Nay, but O man, who art thou that repliest against Yah? Shall the thing formed say to him that formed it, why hast thou made me thus? Hath not the potter power over the clay of the same lump to make one vessel unto honor and another unto dishonor? Wow. It don't matter. You can't question God. Whoopsie daisy. So let me bring this home today. You watching the Most High bless people you didn't expect. Christians. Ha 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 ha. People who've been in the truth. Just like the people who got mad about me. Mad that I was getting elevated and they were not. Been in the truth for decades. Way longer than me. And I was getting elevated with knowledge while they were staying put. Boy, the jealousy. But you can't stop it. Just like the Jeffersons, moving on up. You can't stop it. You watching them elevate the younger, the lesser, the rejected, and it's displeasing you. Just like it displeased Joseph. But guess what? You don't run this shit. The Most High don't need your approval. He don't need your permission. He's crossing his hands and blessing whoever the hell he want to. So you better get in line with the Spirit. You better stop trying to correct prophecy. You better stop being offended by divine election. Because if you keep trying to move the Most High's hand, you might find yourself fighting against him. And trust me, you don't want that smoke. So Jacob ain't confused in this section, family. He's guided by the Spirit. He's blessing Ephraim with the right hand, the hand of power, because the Most High chose him. And Joseph, even though he's righteous, had to learn to submit to the will of the Most High, even when it didn't match his expectations. So what about you, black people? Are you willing to accept the Most High's choices? Are you willing to let him bless who he wants? Are you willing to stop fighting the flow of prophecy? Because the blessing is already in motion. And if you ain't aligned, you're going to get left behind. Unintentional rhymes. Gotta love it. So we're going to see what's happening in the next verses here. Because Joseph tries to correct his father, and Jacob's about to clap back with a prophetic word that seals Ephraim's identity. So let's continue with 18 through 20. Almost done, family. And Joseph said unto his father, Not so, my father, for this is the firstborn. Put thy right hand upon his head. And his father refused and said, I know it, my son, I know it. He also shall become a people, and he also shall be great. But truly his younger brother shall be greater than he, and his seed shall become a multitude of nations. Setting up a prophecy. And he blessed them that day, saying, Yah, make thee as Ephraim and as Manasseh. And he set Ephraim before Manasseh. So this section 6, the Most High's order ain't up for debate. Sit your ass down and accept it. So let me tell you something real quick, black people. You don't get to tell the Most High how to write a story. You don't get to rearrange the blessing. Christians too. You don't get to override prophecy. You don't get to say, nah, that's not how it's supposed to go. That's what Joseph tried to do, and Jacob shut that shit down immediately. So let's unpack this, because this is where divine hierarchy gets locked in. Verse 18, not so, my father. Joseph is still trying to correct Jacob. He's like, nah, pops, you got it wrong. Manasseh is the firstborn. The right hand goes on him. Now, Joseph's intentions are good, but he's still out of order. He's trying to restructure what the Most High already established. He's trying to elevate tradition over prophetic revelation. And what's that? That's a lot of what y'all doing in 2025. You're trying to put the blessing on the one who looks the part. You're trying to make the Most High bless who you think is worthy. You're trying to bring order to something the Most High already flipped. People get mad at me. Oh, man, he using cuss words and all kind of stuff, man. He brutal, he harsh, blah, blah, blah. He just mean. He mean. He mean. But the Most High elevate me, nigga. And you mad. You mad with all your properness and your clean language and your white people talk. You're mad that the Most High is not elevating you. You're mad you're stuck in your place, your spot right now. You're so mad. Oh my God. Marsha. That's what you sound like, nigga. Why the Most High blessing him? He got a bad mouth. He got a bad attitude. He just mean. He don't know how to talk to people properly. Shut up. Deal with it. This is the Most High's work. This is what he puts in my mouth to say. I ain't saying this because of my own free will. These are the words that the Most High put in my mouth. You don't like it? Fuck off. I don't care. Bye. See you later. I ain't making you listen. The Most High don't need your help, black people. Job 9 and 12. Heck, I went over that earlier today. Job 9 and 12, look at it. Behold, he taketh away. Who can hinder him? Who will say unto him, what doest thou? What you doing, Yah? You can't do this. Romans 11 and 34. Woo. Paul even getting in on the action. For who hath known the mind of Yah? Or who hath been his counselor? Who are you? You ain't nobody. You don't know nothing. How can you teach Yah? You but clay from the earth. Humble yourself. Joseph's trying to counsel the Most High through Jacob, and Jacob ain't having it. Verse 19, I know it, my son. I know it. This is the rebuke. Jacob says, I know what I'm doing. I know Manasseh's the firstborn, but I also know what the Most High showed me. I'm not confused. I'm not blind. I'm not senile. I'm led by the Spirit. That's a word for every one of y'all trying to correct the elders, the prophets, the word itself. Sit your ass down and listen. The Most High don't need your logic. He needs your obedience. Jacob says, yes, Manasseh will be great, but Ephraim will be greater. His seed will become a multitude of nations. Let's pause right there. His seed shall become a multitude of nations. This is prophecy. Ephraim becomes the dominant tribe in the northern kingdom. So dominant, in fact, that the entire northern kingdom is often referred to as Ephraim in the prophets. How do we know? Let's go see. Hosea 5 and 3. Hosea 5 and 3. I know Ephraim, and Israel is not hid from me. For now, O Ephraim, thou committest whoredom, and Israel is defiled. Y'all see that? But we ain't done. Isaiah 7 and 8. For the head of Syria is Damascus, and the head of Damascus is Rezin. And within 65 years shall Ephraim be broken, that it be not a people. The same not a people that Paul was referencing in Romans 9 and 26, which he referenced from Hosea 1 and 10. Not a people. That means not Israel no more. That means going by just Gentiles, nations, the same way we are doing today. We are called Gentiles. They call us Gentiles. We call ourselves Gentiles. Until the Most High wakes us up to our heritage. This is so simple, people. But yet you black ass Christians and all the rest of you heathen cannot comprehend this, because the natural man cannot receive that of the Spirit. You got no spirit. So you can't receive the words that are coming out of my mouth. I may as well be speaking Mandarin. I may as well just be barking in your ears. That's all you hear. You ain't going to be able to understand this until the Most High gives you understanding. Ephraim becomes the symbol of the scattered Israelites, the Gentiles Paul is talking about in the New Testament. Not no damn Europeans. Not no damn Romans, not no damn modern day white Christians. These Gentiles are Israelites who lost their identity, their land, in their covenant, but not their bloodline. Ephraim equals a scattered, lost, identity stripped Israelites who are being called back in these last days. In the days of Paul, but now we all Gentiles. That was just a shadow of what's going to become of all of us now. We scattered all over the earth. We don't know what tribe we come from. Don't listen to the 12 tribe chart. It's foolishness. It's trash. We don't know where we come from. But we know we Israel because of what we're going through, because the curse is on us. And Jacob saw this from the beginning. Yah showed him this and placed the right hand of power on him. Verse 20, Yah make thee as Ephraim and as Manasseh. Now Jacob speaks the blessing, and this becomes the standard for future generations. He says, Yah make you like Ephraim and Manasseh. That's the template. That's the model. That's the legacy. But then it says, and he said Ephraim before Manasseh. Boom! Shakalaka. That's the final word. Ephraim is set before Manasseh. The younger is elevated. The order is reversed. The Most High's decision is sealed. You can cry about it. You can argue about it. You can try to move his hand. But once the Most High sets something in order, it is done. Finito. Ecclesiastes 3 and 14. Look at what Solomon says. I know that whatsoever Yah doeth, it shall be forever. Whoops. Nothing can be put to it, nor anything taken from it. And Yah doeth it, that men should fear before him. So when the Most High chose Israel above all nations, that means it shall be forever? That's what you saying, Solomon? That he made a covenant with Israel. So it shall be forever? You mean it don't get stopped because his son died on the cross? Because that's what they say. He died for the world. He died for everybody. And now we all get a chance to be a part of the covenant. Because that's what they saying. But what I'm saying here contradicts what they saying. Huh. Interesting what happens when you actually read the Bible and not just parrot what everybody else say. Look at Isaiah 46 and 10. This is the Most High, the Father, again. Showing out, showing off, flexing. Declaring the end from the beginning. And from ancient times the things that are not yet done, saying, my counsel shall stand, and I will do all my pleasure. You hear that? The Most High gonna do what he want to do, and you can't do a damn thing about it. So let me make this plain to you black people. You living in a time where the Most High is reversing the order. He's raising up the lowly, the rejected, the forgotten, the younger, the outcasts, and he's putting them in front, like me. I ain't come from no righteous beginning. No, sir. I was as evil as they come. But the Most High using me, he putting me in the forefront. Look at Paul. Paul was persecuting his own people. He was persecuting the Jews. Treating them roughly, harshly. But Yahusha chose him to go and talk to the northern kingdom. Whew. He was the mouthpiece. Whoopsie daisy. That brother out there who used to slang dope, he's now teaching the word. That sister who used to be in the strip club, she's now raising righteous daughters. That child you thought was too wild, he's now prophesying in the streets. That camp you thought was too small, they're waking up the remnant. I got 61 subscribers. But yet, I am out here waking up the remnant. You ain't even got 1,000 followers. You ain't even got 100 followers. It don't matter. The Most High gonna do what he do. He gonna allow my word to reach from sea to shining sea. And there ain't nothing you can do about it, Negroes. He was an atheist. He was an atheist. How does he know all this stuff? Because Yah says so. So to you, Negroes, sitting there with your arms folded, mad because the Most High didn't choose you to lead, better humble your damn self before you get left behind. Because the blessing is already in motion. The order has been reversed. Ephraim is already in front. And if you're still trying to argue with the Most High, you're going to find yourself fighting against prophecy. And trust me, you don't want to be on the other side of judgment. So Joseph tried to move the hand. Jacob said, I know what I'm doing. The Most High said Ephraim goes first. And that's the end of the damn discussion. So what about you, black people? Are you still trying to tell the Most High how to bless? Are you still offended by who he chose? Are you still stuck on tradition while the Spirit is moving forward? Because if you are, you better repent and get in line. Because the right hand is already on Ephraim's head and the blessing is already flowing. So we're going to finish this chapter up. Verses 21 and 22. Jacob gives Joseph one final word, and it's about inheritance, land, and warfare. So let's get to it, family, and be done. And Israel said unto Joseph, Behold, I die, but Yah shall be with you, and bring you again unto the land of your fathers. Moreover, I have given to thee one portion above thy brethren, which I took out of the hand of the Amorites with my sword and with my bow. So the inheritance is promised. But it ain't free. You got to take it back with blood and steel, family. Last section, section number 7, completion. This is the final word from Jacob to Joseph in this chapter. And it's not soft. It's not sentimental. It's not a goodbye filled with tears and hugs. It's a prophetic charge, a militant declaration, a reminder that the inheritance is yours, but you're going to have to fight like hell to take it back. Because this is where the spiritual meets the physical and the promise meets the sword. So let's get in it. Verse 21. Behold, I die, but shall be with you, but Yah shall be with you. Jacob's about to die, family. He knows his time is up, but he ain't worried. Why? Because he knows the Most High is with Joseph. He knows the covenant is intact. He knows the promise is still alive. This is the mindset of a righteous man. He ain't clinging to life. He's clinging to the promise. He ain't worried about Egypt. He's focused on Canaan. He ain't concerned with the present. He's locked in on the future of Israel. And he says something powerful. Yah shall be with you and bring you again unto the land of your fathers. Boom again. That's prophecy. That's the return. That's the regathering. That's the inheritance. Let me make this crystal clear. This ain't talking about Joseph personally going back to Canaan. This is about his descendants. This is about the tribes of Israel returning to the land that was promised to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. This is the same promise that runs through the entire Bible. This is the same land that's been promised to you, black people. This is the same prophecy that Christ will fulfill at his second coming. Genesis 15 and 18. This land that he's given us. In the same day, Yah made a covenant with Abram, saying, Unto thy seed have I given this land. From the river of Egypt unto the great river, the river Euphrates. And here comes the regathering right here. Ezekiel 37. If you ain't read up on it, read it. This is about your regathering, black folk. Ezekiel 37, 21, 22. And say unto them, Thus said Yah Elohim, Behold, I will take the children of Israel from among the heathen, whither they be gone, and will gather them on every side, and bring them into their own land. And I will make them one nation in the land upon the mountains of Israel. And one king shall be king to them, and they shall be no more two nations. Neither shall they be divided into two kingdoms any more at all. We still divided, family. That's why we at each other's throats all the time. We still divided. But in this day, when Christ comes back, there will be no more division. We're going to all be as one nation under Yahushua. Luke 1. We're going to see who this was for. Who is this for? Who is it talking about? Luke 1, 68 through 73. And it reads, Blessed be Yah Elohim of who? Israel. That don't say everybody. Everybody keep on saying he everybody God. But it keeps saying Yah Elohim of Israel. For he hath visited and redeemed his people. Whoops. And hath raised up a horn of salvation for us in the house of his servant David. These heathens don't come from David. As he spake by the mouth of his holy prophets, which have been since the world began. That world is you, Israel. That we should be saved from our enemies and from the hand of all that hate us, that is salvation, family, to perform the mercy promised to our fathers, and to remember his holy covenant with us, to the oath which he sware to our father Abraham. Our father. We all don't have the same father, family. These heathens don't even come from the same son of Noah. How can Abraham be their father? Oh, he's a spiritual father. Get the fuck out of here. That don't say no spiritual father there. That says our father. The return to the land is not symbolic, family. It's not spiritual. It's literal, physical, real. And it's coming. But it ain't coming through diplomacy. It ain't coming through the UN. It ain't coming through no damn peace treaty, family. In verse 22, I have given to thee one portion above thy brethren. Now Jacob drops a final bomb. He's saying, I'm giving you, Joseph, one portion more than your brothers. That's the double portion I was talking about, family. The birthright, the inheritance of the firstborn. This is why Joseph's name ain't listed as a tribe, because his double portion is split between Ephraim and Manasseh. This is why there are still 12 tribes, even though Levi didn't get land, because Joseph's inheritance was doubled. Joseph got the extra portion because he was the one who preserved the family during the famine. He was the one who stayed faithful in Egypt. He was the one who endured betrayal, slavery, and prison, and still rose up in righteousness. That's a word for you black folks. You've been through hell, but the Most High is about to give you double. You've been through faith. You've been faithful in captivity, and now the inheritance is coming to you. So Jacob finishes, which I took out of the hand of the Amorite with my sword and with my bow. This right here is a closer, family. Jacob is saying that land I'm giving you, I didn't get it by negotiation. I didn't get it by peace talks. I took it from the Amorite with my sword and with my bow. That's war. That's blood. That's conquest. Let me make this real clear, black folk. The inheritance don't come easy. It don't come soft. It don't come through voting, marching or singing, we shall overcome. It comes through warfare. Spiritual first and then physical when Christ returns. We gonna bust some heads. We some head busters. We some head busters. What did Lil John say? That's what he said, right? Because that's what's gonna happen when Christ comes. We busting heads. Heads gonna roll. Literally. You want the land? You want the kingdom? You want the crown? You better pick up your sword, the word. You better pick up your bow, your faith, your discipline, your obedience. Because the Most High ain't giving this kingdom to no soft-ass, lukewarm, passive Israelites. I'm talking to y'all right now. You bust-ass niggas. Right there. You soft-ass Christians. You soft-ass Israelites. Oh my God, stop cursing. Oh my God, oh my God. Stop. You need to stop. You need to learn how to speak with love. With love. Fuck you! This the word right here. This out the mouth of the Most High. With a sword, baby. Exodus 15:3. What does your boy Moses say about Yah? 15:3. Yah is a man of war. Yah is his name. Woo cha! That don't say a man of peace, right? Don't say a man of peace. That don't say a man of love. He say he a man of war. Revelation 19:11-16. Look at what's coming back when Christ comes back. Look at this. And I saw heaven open, and behold, a white horse, and he that sat upon him was called Faithful and True, and in righteousness he doth judge and make what? War. His eyes were as a flame of fire, and on his head were many crowns. And he had a name written that no man knew but he himself. And he was clothed with a vesture, dipped in blood. Whoops. And his name is called the Word of Yah. And the armies which were in heaven followed him upon white horses, clothed in fine linen, white and clean. And out of his mouth goeth a sharp sword, that word, that with it he shall smite the nations, and he shall rule them with a rod of iron, and he treadeth the winepress of the fierceness and wrath of Almighty Yah. And he hath on his vesture and on his thigh a name written, King of Kings and Lord of Lords. Christ returned with a sword to make war and rule with a rod of iron. 2 Ezra 6 and 9. Esau is the end of the world. That's the spiritual Esau. And Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. Because all these people follow after Esau in the spirit. This is a spiritual thing, family. This is symbolic. White people ain't Esau. Stop saying it, because they're not the only ones in charge. All these other nations are above us. They all ain't white. So do you want the kingdom? You better be ready to take it. Because look what Daniel says in 7:18. No softness here. Daniel 7 and 18. But the saints of the Most High, that's the remnant, shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever. It said take the kingdom. That's force. That ain't love. We ain't finna love our enemies to death. We gonna take it from them. So let me bring this straight to your doorstep again, black folk in 2025. You sitting in America, or wherever you at right now, in the land of your captivity, thinking this is your home. But Jacob's last words to Joseph were, the Most High is going to bring you back to the land of your fathers. That's your land, not Israel today, not Tel Aviv, not the land run by imposters, the real land, the full inheritance from the Nile to the Euphrates. And it's coming back to you, Israel. But you ain't going to get it back by being cute. You ain't going to get it back by being inclusive. You ain't going to get it by joining hands with the nations. You're going to get it by standing in righteousness. You're going to get it by enduring the fire. You're going to get it by fighting the spiritual war now so you can reign in the physical one later. This whole chapter is a blueprint for the restoration of Israel, family. The adoption of Ephraim and Manasseh shows how the Most High brings scattered Israelites back into the fold. The cross-handed blessing shows that he don't follow man's rules. He blesses who he wants. The prophetic declaration shows that the inheritance is still tied to the land. And the sword and bow remind you that this ain't no passive religion. This is a warrior's faith. So what's your job, black folk? Know who you are. Walk in obedience. Prepare for war. And wait on the king. Because when Christ returns, he ain't coming to negotiate. He coming to take back what belongs to us. The blessing is sealed. The inheritance is set. The war is coming. All praises and great glory to the Most High Yah. That is the end of this sermon. I pray you guys were spiritually edified. I pray I was able to put something in your spirit today. Light a fire under your black ass. All praises. So tonight, this evening, I will be doing the Passover class. I will put that out, so look out for it later, people. Unleavened bread is tomorrow. I'm going to do another class on that one. You guys enjoy your week in the Most High. Stay blessed, stay safe, but importantly, stay strong.
I see the pain in my father's eyes, passed down like a storm from the bloodline ties. Mama's tears, they fell like rain. Now I'm trying to break free from the chain. Generations deep, we carry the scars, but I'm searching for the light, I'm reaching for the stars. They say history repeats, but I'm changing the script. No more living in the past, I'm taking a new grip. Cycles of anger, cycles of fear. I'm done with the hurt, I'm done with the tears. Family trauma, it's buried so deep, but I won't let it harm me while I sleep. I'm breaking free, I'm cutting the ties. No more living under generational lies. With every step I'm reclaiming my name. I'm breaking the curses, I'm shifting the game. Generational curses running through my veins, but I'm breaking out, no longer bound by chains. Healing the wounds, I'm changing my fate. I'm building a future, it's never too late. See the battles that I fight inside, trying to heal from the past that we always hide. But I'm digging deep, I'm facing it now. I'm breaking the cycle, I'm making a vow. I won't pass down the pain I received. I'm writing new stories, I truly believe. No more anger, no more shame. I'm lifting my family out of the flame. The weight of the past, it's heavy to bear, but I'm stronger now. I'm in the view. I see the future in my own kids' eyes. A new beginning, no more disguise. The chains are breaking, the curse won't last. I'm healing the wounds of the distant past. Generational curses running through my veins, but I'm breaking out, no longer bound by chains. Healing the wounds, I'm changing my fate. I'm building a future, it's never too late. The past is gone, the scars remain. I'm learning to carry them without the pain. I'm more than the trauma, more than the grief. I'm finding my way, I'm searching for peace. No more silence, no more fear. I'm speaking the truth, making it clear. The curse stops with me, it won't go on. I'm building a legacy, a brand new dawn. With every tear, I'm letting go. I'm planting seeds that'll truly grow. The future is bright, the past is done. I'm breaking curses, I'm the chosen one.